Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be discussing why a $5 to $10 Cardano for the end of this cycle is still, in my opinion, on the table, guys. I really want to touch on this recent sell-off, why it's actually making me even more bullish on Cardano, as Cardano has shown relative strength in comparison with the rest of the market, and the opening statement that I really want to touch on, that not only applies to Cardano, but the rest of the market, is everything still follows Bitcoin. It's so evident. We've been over it a number of times in this channel. We predicted that Cardano and Ethereum, and we got it right in terms of their price action and kind of reaching their all-time highs, going through it, and then having a bit of capitulation. We've brought this chart up a number of times when we touch on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, and how Ethereum just follows Bitcoin and Cardano just follows the other two. And the reason that we're bringing this up, guys, is because if you haven't yet come to terms with the fact that the whole market follows Bitcoin, when Bitcoin sold off, the rest of the market sold off. It wasn't one of these altcoins that made the rest of the market sell off. And that's really important to come to terms with, because that will help you if you're trying to navigate these dangerous waters. If you can really understand that Bitcoin is that ship that rises and sinks Bitcoin is that tide that rises and sinks all ships. Bit of a tongue twister there, early morning where I am. Then you will understand exactly what's going on with these sell-offs. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Cardano, where its price is today, what it could be likely to do, and really I'm going to be trying to get home to you guys why it is that Cardano is, in my opinion, going to reach $5 and could significantly outperform that. We predicted a $5 Cardano now for a long time, and it's seeming somewhat inevitable now. It's my opinion we still have a long way to go in this bull market. I think 2021, in terms of being a crypto bull market, is nowhere near done. I think it performs in a similar way to 2017 or prior to that 2013. You guys know I follow the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory, and it wouldn't be an all-in crypto video unless I brought it up. We're not going to go into it into detail. But on yesterday's video, we covered that sell-offs are just part of a bull market, and we saw back in 2017 that I've highlighted here for you. They were part and parcel with really any bull market. It's not just the crypto space. You can go and look at stocks in the dot-com boom or anything like that. Frequent pullbacks are a part of it. Now, one thing that I did touch on was that this bull run is going to be different to 2017, the same way 2017 was different to 2013. What does this mean for Cardano? Well, my overarching view on cryptocurrency, and more importantly, blockchain technology, is it is the new thing. And cryptocurrencies, we had Morgan Stanley come out and say, are the new asset class. Where else are you going to put your money, theoretically? Are you going to put it in the stock market, when we all know stocks are significantly overvalued based on earnings? I'm not saying that the stocks out there aren't going to make you money, but if you look at Bitcoin in terms of return on investment on an average throughout its whole life, you come up with about 200% a year. And that is very appealing, certainly to institutions. There's been a big sort of holding back from institutions being able, certainly in the United States, to jump into crypto simply because of a lack of regulations, etc., etc. We're seeing this shift. We're seeing a whole kind of shift towards looking at crypto as a serious thing now. And there's a lot of you that said, hey, crypto's been a serious thing for a long time. I know that, you know that, but in the traditional traditional finance world, they don't want to have to transition over to they're happy with what they know. Wall Street traders can make a couple of percent a year and they're happy. Whereas in the crypto space, a couple of percent, we see that on a daily basis. Look at the board today. But one thing I want to point, in this sell-off, Cardano has actually shown relative strength against Bitcoin. Why might that be? On this channel, we think about everything. We come up with our own analyses. The reason I think that is because Cardano is a staked coin. Not only that, the people that own Cardano in a larger percentage have a belief in the project. I've spoke to you a number of times about why Cardano is going to continue to perform, and that's because it is not yet a finished project. Out of the 5-step journey, the 5-step roadmap that Cardano is on, where each step will bring new capabilities to Cardano, we're only on the 3rd step and we've not yet completed that, and that is where you see the implementation of smart contracts onto the Cardano network. This will essentially allow Cardano to compete with Ethereum, in the sense that Ethereum is really, when people are looking to build a project in the crypto space, they use Ethereum, whether it's NFTs in the form of ERC721 or whatever tokens, or whether it's NFTs in the form of those tokens, or whether it's something like Chainlink or Uniswap or Tether in the form of ERC20 tokens. Cardano will now open itself up to capture some of that market, and that's why the price is going to continue to perform well, in my opinion. And it's a great project, guys. There's a lot of talk about whether it's more efficient than Ethereum. There are a lot of pros and cons to all smart contract blockchains. So differences between Cardano and Polkadot. Polkadot is unique in a lot of ways. Differences between Polkadot, they're all different, is what I'm trying to say here. And what I'm trying to drill home to you guys in this video is that we are still in a very, very early stage in terms of the overall crypto market. And something like ADA that is already fourth in position. And when you're looking at market cap and you're looking at the volume of money in a certain coin in terms of market cap and ranking it, what you're essentially looking at is how much money, what coins have captured what volume of money. And Cardano has done very well so far and is going to continue to do so. The team of Cardano is great. And like I say, that fact that we are not yet a finished project, you really need to come to grips with and understand where's this project going to be as a result of it being finished in terms of price. We now live in a world, guys, where they are printing trillions of dollars. They printed more money in one stimulus package in the US than the entire crypto space, nearly double at this point. Well, not double, but significantly more money they printed in one stimulus check than the entire crypto space. And people think that this is the end of the bull run. I mean, guys, come on, we still have a long, long way to go. And I think this bull run's actually going to shock a lot of people out there. Pullbacks are part and parcel. We touched on it in a great deal in yesterday's video, but because we didn't have a kind of clickbait title and we didn't, say, moon or something like that, nobody really wanted to watch that video. And I find that interesting about YouTube. I find it interesting how there's a lot of valuable content out there that just gets ignored because of its lack of clickbait. So what's happening with Cardano? Well, we told you guys that it had broken out, and essentially, isn't it funny how we come back and we kind of test this channel? But essentially, the overall sort of way that I think Cardano is moving is I think it's just still following Bitcoin. And I really want to show that to you again in this video so I can kind of drill that home, and it will really give you an understanding of what's to come for Cardano once Bitcoin kind of brightens up and decides that it wants to continue to move to the upside, which it will. Do you really think institutions would have jumped into Bitcoin at this point knowing that it was going to crash and that it wasn't going to perform significantly well? These are smart guys, smart companies. This is where smart money is now coming in, and you are seeing it's still the early stage of institutional adoption. We have a later stage of that, and then we have a complete FOMO stage. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. I'm here to share it with you. The reason I'm sharing it with you is because I care about normal people making money and not just the people on Wall Street, the big sort of conglomerates that already have significant money that it's not really going to affect. I care about hopefully helping you guys to make real wealth. This is not advice. This is just my opinion. I've been here for a while in the crypto space. And I've made all the mistakes you possibly could. If you guys are making mistakes now, the chances are I've already done them, and that's what this channel is about, hopefully helping you guys to not make the same mistakes that I did. So what I'm going to show you quickly before we wrap this video up is what happens once we break our all-time highs for not only Bitcoin, but for Ethereum. Ethereum is very interesting. I'm very bullish on Ethereum. However, that head and shoulders played out if we look at it on a sort of smaller time frame. But, we essentially told you guys that Cardano was just doing the same thing as Ethereum and prior to that Bitcoin, and that's why it was going to not only hit its all-time highs, but it was going to sell through them and then capitulate. It did that, of course, in a more volatile manner than what Bitcoin did after it hit its all-time highs. But it essentially did the same thing. These structures don't have to be identical. They just have to look similar, and then you can kind of gauge where they're going as a result of that. So if we look at what Bitcoin did after it broke its all-time highs, very similar to not only Cardano, but Ethereum. Ethereum did it before Cardano just because there's more money in it, it's more known, etc., etc. There's a list of reasons. But essentially, you're just going to see the same thing play out for not only Cardano, but you're going to see it play out for Ethereum. And that is essentially what Bitcoin did after it broke its all-time highs. We capitulate. We're in this stage here. If I was to sort of take a guess, and then you have this big, long run that essentially doubled the price. And that's why we said, you are going to be looking at in a short period of time, perhaps a $3 Cardano and perhaps anywhere from $3,500 to $4,000 Ethereum in the short-term future. And we still think that's absolutely on the table, guys. And like I say, no reason to be bearish at all, in my opinion. And, one thing that is important to touch on is if you look at Bitcoin right now, it's sort of losing momentum. And all that's going to happen is you're going to see a capitulation period, in my opinion, before we then continue on to the upside. You could see a bit more of selling off. That would be totally normal. But essentially, if you look at Bitcoin and the kind of structure that it's taken, it's kind of got like a kind of bowing structure. You can see that it's kind of waning, if you will. It's kind of losing momentum. And, you know, that is essentially, like I say, the reason I'm talking about Bitcoin on a Cardano video is because the whole market just follows Bitcoin. I want to make sure everybody understands that. And I want to, you know, tell you some points on Cardano and why. And a $5 Cardano, guys, is, in my opinion, inevitable. A $10 Cardano could be possible. Now, what I want to, it's important for me to talk about this. You guys need to take profits. If you're here to hold 5-10 years down the line, which is, I'm not suggesting that's a bad strategy. I actually think that's hodlers tend to outperform traders. Not only will you be able to stake for that period of time, which will compound and serve you very well, but I don't think I don't think just hodling for a long period of time. Certainly if you believe in Cardano, like I do, like a lot of you guys do out there, I don't think that's a bad strategy. But if you're looking to take profits, guys, you know, certainly towards the end of this cycle, the end of the year, you need to be cashing out along the way to not only $5, but certainly $10. If you look at it as a traffic light system, you know, let's say you cash out at $2.50, that's green, $3 green, you know, $4 green, $5 is maybe, you know, now you're looking at an amber kind of warning for cashing out. And then as you go up to that, it will start to get redder and redder towards your $10 because you've got to look at market cap and what realistically is going to be achieved. I could be significantly undervaluing Cardano at $10. However, we're yet to see, and I'd rather you guys were on the side of caution than not. And that's why we're talking about cashing out of these sort of price ranges. And like I say, I still think you have so much money to flow into the crypto space. Wall Street hasn't even monetized this yet to the point where they're making products out of it. That will come at some point, and perhaps they will start using it in terms of sort of smart contract capabilities and actually apply it into their system of business. You have so long to go. That's what this video is about. And, you know, Cardano, a $5 Cardano would give you like $180 billion in terms of market cap. Ethereum essentially did that last cycle in 2017 when we really had none of the institutions. It was mostly just hype. It was such an immature space. There was nothing major going on. Now you have a whole aspect. Why I think Ethereum is so undervalued is because you have the whole DeFi space. You have the whole NFT space, which uses Ethereum. You have, you know, a whole ecosystem built on top of Ethereum, and it's still at the price it's at. I mean, it's extremely undervalued, and Cardano is also undervalued. And once those smart contract capabilities come out, you know, you're going to see the price do exceptionally well as a result of that. So that is all I have for you in this video. It's a good thing that Cardano has shown relative strength against Bitcoin and the rest of the market, possibly because people stake it. You know, good rewards. There's a lot of people believe in the project, and it shows relative strength. And I think that's going to continue to sort of play out. And like I say, everything's just following Bitcoin, guys. And you are going to, you know, Cardano is going to do exceptionally well, in my opinion. So I'm going to love and leave you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope this has made some sense. If you've enjoyed the content, please drop me a like on this video. A comment is always appreciated. You guys are the reason that I do this. These videos are for you. I want to hear your feedback. That's crucial to me, whether it's good or bad. I am a big boy. You know, bad feedback is just, you know, any kind of feedback is positive in my opinion. Try and keep it clean, though. I do find some of you quite humorous. And that is it, guys. Get subscribed to this channel because it's one of the fastest growing YouTube channels out there. And we are going to continue to be here. We don't hide on those bad, bearish days. We sit here in front of you and we tell you exactly what we think's going on. And we've been pretty right so far. We're not right about everything. And when we make mistakes, we hold our hands up and say, hey, we were wrong. And that's part of being a good trader, guys. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm going to love and leave you. Remember, hodl those coins, and I'll see you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching.